If you are looking for spooky season reads, then you've definitely come to the wrong place, because October for me means let's get into some cozy Christmas books. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, as well as movie reviews and book to movie content here at the weekend. In the description box you will find all of my social links, including my blog and my Goodreads, where hopefully you should see upcoming reviews of the books that I am going to talk about. Okay, yes, October TBR. We're definitely moving into some Christmas books, but there are quite a few October releases that I am really excited about. However, let's start first of all with a carryover from September that I didn't get to squeeze in before the end of the month. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss my September wrap up, and hit that notification bell so you get notified as soon as it's posted after this video. So yes, my September carryover that I definitely want to read in October is actually a November release. However, I definitely know that I want to read it because I've seen people start to read it and I'm getting really excited, and I've definitely got FOMO, and so I would like to carve out some time. Is it a Halloween movie? I don't know. To read this one, maybe next weekend. Let's see. And this is Lindsey Kelk, On a Night Like This, which comes out on the 11th of November here in the UK. There's still rumours of a tour, but I'm very excited. I'm always excited for a Lindsey Kelk novel. I will leave my Lindsey Kelk playlist linked up above so you can see just how excited I get over a Lindsey Kelk novel. Highly recommend those videos. Definitely fangirl territory. So yeah, let's jump into some October releases. So, well, we have one October release where I'm toying with the idea of pre-ordering the ebook, even though I normally like to read the physical book of this one, just because I want to read it as soon as it comes out. And then the physical book for this one, unfortunately, isn't coming out until December here in the UK. I looked at ordering it from the US. For some reason, it's like £1 million to post it. Watch this space as to whether I end up with a physical copy of it before December or not. But this is Flower Crowns and Fearsome Things from Amanda Lovelace. Again, I have a whole poetry playlist, which is mainly videos about Amanda Lovelace poetry books. This one comes out in the US on the 5th of October, and I could get the ebook of it here on the 5th of October, but have to wait until December for the physical book, so we'll just see what happens. However, this one definitely matches a dress that I currently have hanging in this closet right here, and so a physical book would just be really nice to have. If you have any tips for getting physical books here earlier than they're published, when they've already been published in the US, let me know, because I would like a physical copy. And then October 14th, two of my very favourite authors of all time. These authors have been on my favourites of all time list since before I started blogging, and certainly since before I started this channel, have books coming out on the 14th of October. So first of all, we have The Woman in the Middle by Millie Johnson, which I have pre-ordered on audiobook, so I will be listening to the audiobook of this one. But again, I'm going to try and see. Sometimes Millie Johnson does events in this area since she is a Yorkshire author, and so hopefully might be able to get hands on a signed copy somewhere if I sort of head in the Barnsley direction. So yeah, perhaps a book haul of this one coming up sometime soon. But yeah, the tagline for this one is, when you're doing it all, who's there to catch you when you fall? And so it sounds very timely and very Millie Johnson, and you know it's going to be awesome. So audiobook of this one is pre-ordered 14th of October. Of course, all of these books will be linked in the description box below in case you want to skip to the end. The list will be in the description box. And then another one that I actually have an audio review copy of, so I'll be listening to this one as soon as I've finished my current audio listen, which is coming up in just a moment. This one is The Party Crasher by Sophie Kinsella. This one comes out in the UK, so I believe it's UK on the 14th and US on the 12th, but I might be wrong. It might be UK on the 14th and US on the 15th, 16th, 19th. It's always like the Tuesday, Thursday thing. So this is, I believe, the UK cover. I find with the Sophie Kinsella novels, normally the UK cover is the sort of darker, bolder cover, and then the US cover is generally more pastel-y and light coloured. I have a UK versus US cover playlist, so I will leave that linked up above. But yeah, this is the UK cover, and it comes out in the UK on the 14th of October. But I do have a proof of the US audio, so I will be starting to listen to that one very, very soon, because I do now have a commute to listen to audiobooks. And so September wrap up, you will see some more books than were on my August wrap up, since I had time to listen to audiobooks in the car. It is delightful having, it's about a half-hour commute as well, so you've got a good chunk of time to listen. And if you're listening on double speed, that means an hour of audiobook done. I've finished several audiobooks since I started working again. It's been amazing. Not the best part of working again, obviously, but a massive, massive bonus silver lining. And then moving on to the end of the month, we have Underneath the Christmas Tree by Heidi Swain. Just this lighting doesn't do this cover justice. It's very, very like dull and rainy outside today. We just want to sparkle this one. Keep an eye out on my Instagram, because I'm sure that I will have some lovely Bookstagram festive pictures of Underneath the Christmas Tree by Heidi Swain. The tagline is, "Will they find love this Christmas?" It's a Heidi Swain novel, so we're thinking probably the answer is just yes. But how we get there, that's another story, isn't it? I do have a review copy of this one already, because I'm on the blog tour for this one on the 4th of November. So make sure you keep an eye out on my blog then. The review of this one obviously won't be on my blog until the 4th of November. However, it will definitely be on my Goodreads before the 4th of November, ready for publication day on the 28th of October. Okay, so since I mentioned my commute and I now have audiobook time, so exciting. I have a couple of audiobooks that I've put on my TBR. I have 3. I have the new novel from Sally Rooney, which everyone has been talking about. I kind of toyed with the idea of buying the Waterstones special edition of this one with the spreadsheets, but I thought, let me listen to the audiobook first and see if I like it enough to have that in my collection, because it's not like it was, cheap or anything. And I've only just started working, so... but this is Beautiful World, Where Are You? I've literally listened to maybe the first half an hour of this one. So that's the actual half an hour, not half an hour, which means an hour. And I'm not sure where it's going so far. I haven't read the blurb of this one, just everyone was talking about it and loving it. And I love the fact that the Waterstone Special Edition, this yellow colour that's on the cover here, is the spreadsheets. So that's very exciting. So I have that one to listen to. Did I borrow that from the library? Yes, I did. I placed a hold on it before it came out, and then it came through. So I am in the middle of listening to it. And because it is a borrow from the library, hopefully I should get done with that fairly soon, because otherwise it'll return, won't it? And then another one which had a special edition with spreadsheets in Waterstones that I've probably missed the boat on now, because this one came out a couple of months ago. But again, I thought, let's listen to it first, and then we'll see. And this is A Slow Fire Burning by Paula Hawkins. And the reason I wanted to listen to it first before taking the plunge and paying hardback money for this one is because I absolutely loved The Girl on the Train. And I really liked the Amy Silver books that Paula Hawkins did before she was Paula Hawkins. She kind of ghost wrote some rom-com novels. However, when I read Into the Water, I absolutely hated that one. And so the jury will be out on A Slow Fire Burning, and we'll see how it is before I take the plunge and buy the hardback. But, definitely willing to give it a go. And it's another one of those that I've heard a lot of people talking a lot about. And so I had to not miss out on this one. So this one is on my audiobook TBR for this month. And then we have one that I actually have a physical copy of, because I was sent, let me grab it here. I was sent a physical copy of this one because I'm on a blog tour as part of Cheltenham Literary Festival, which is taking place this month. We'll go with this month. I feel like I should probably have known the dates before making this video. However, I'm on the blog tour for it, reviewing this book because this person is doing an event at the literary festival, and so I will be reviewing this book on my blog on the 8th of October. So as you're watching this after this, link will be in the description as always, as I've already mentioned. And it's a non-fiction book, and so I decided, because it is narrated by the author, that I would buy this one on audio. So I have a lovely physical copy of Sidesplitter by Wang, and I say lovely because it's got this like matte satiny finish here, and then this glossy shiny finish here, and then the writing is glossy, and I think that it's just a lovely book. And then again, we've got like glossy writing on the spine here. I haven't looked to see if it's got any pictures actually, so it's not a memoir. He goes on a lot at the beginning to say that it is not a memoir. But yeah, hi, it's me, Wang, just to say this book is not a memoir. Although there is a lot of stuff about me and my life, but again, it's not a memoir. It makes my skin crawl to think I've written a memoir. First of all, it makes me sound old, very old, so old that I've decided everything worth mentioning about my life has already happened, and that I'm near enough to the end of it that it's appropriate to write a retrospective of my time on this planet. So this book is not a memoir, but it is funny. I have already started listening to it. It's a mix of comic memoir and an observational essays about his experiences as a Euro-Asian man in the West and in the East, because he was born in Stoke-on-Trent, raised in Malaysia, then came of age in Bath. I like this part. A spa town for people who find Cheltenham too ethnic. This is another thing that's kind of like leading towards me wanting to go to Bath, isn't it? But yeah, I'm currently listening to the chapter on food, and it was making me laugh on my commute home the day before yesterday. And so I'm really enjoying this one, and this is the one that I will finish before starting either Sally Rooney or Sophie Kinsella, because I want to get to both of those before they return. But I'm enjoying listening to this one. I will have a review of it on my blog on the 8th of October. And then, yeah, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out my October wrap-up where I talk about this one. And this one will, of course, be featuring in my next book haul. So hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that. And there we have it. Again, it's a cautiously optimistic TBR. We'll go with cautiously optimistic. I did my September wrap up at the same time as doing my October TBR blog post, and kind of tried to match reading for reading, but also knowing that I had some audiobook time. The last week of October is half term though, and it's already like fully booked up without bookish stuff, so we'll see how that goes. We're hoping to get reading finished by the time we get to October TBR, and then October half term, and then everything after that is a bonus. We shall wait and see. Let me know in the comments, please, what is on your October TBR. Are you excited for any of these October releases? And those 2 audiobooks that I've put on there that are already out, have you already read them? Let me know your thoughts. Should I have bought the Spreaders editions from Waterstones? They could be part of the next book haul as well if I had. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give this a thumbs up. As I say, let me know those thoughts in comments. I will be back with my September TBR next, so make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell, and I will see you with a movie review at the weekend as well. Have a lovely week.